Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and Merry Christmas to you. This is a very special episode because this is a Christmas episode, and I want to say Christmas and Merry Christmas to all of you. And for those that are not Christian, just like me, still Merry Christmas to you, because to us non-Christian, it's a secular holiday, so it don't make any difference. We just enjoy it anyway. We like the beautiful decoration and whatnot, right? So in today's commander's briefing, I got to give in, it's Christmas season. I want to give a present to you guys and do something that you guys, a lot of people have been asking me to do. So many people has been asking me to do, and I got to do it. Guess what? So anyway, it's in the title, so it's quite obvious. So anyway, do check out the DPA Open Mic. We just have a very long episode. The Christmas episode is very enjoyable, and yes, I'm going to review Denys Davydov. So Denys Davydov is arguably, or if not arguably, the absolute biggest single channel, single YouTuber channel, or YouTuber minus all the news outlets that is covering the Ukraine war. So which is why he's a cult personality within the Ukraine war sphere, or what I like to say, among the fan base of the Ukraine war, how as perverted as it sounds, because they are literally fans of Ukraine war. So Denys Davydov, Denys have been the biggest channel for a long time until recently. Probably the past few months, he have been eclipsed by reporting from Ukraine. And although reporting from Ukraine does, if I'm not wrong, is sponsored or powered by the Ukrainian government. I don't think Denys is, but no. So anyway, so it is what it is. I think now Denys is actually lagging behind reporting from Ukraine by around 100,000 views, but it's still a lot of views. So anyway, we're going to review not the latest video, because it's kind of pointless to review the latest video. As it's hard to review things that you don't know what's going to happen. So it's nothing much to talk about. So let's go to the most popular. We shall review the number one video that he have ever received. So this 1.2 million overviews 5 months ago. This is actually the Ukrainian forces landing over on the southern part of Kherson. So I think we'll cover the most popular video. I think this is more interesting, and we also know what happened next. So we have the benefit of hindsight. So let's watch. Hello. So wait, I got to put the 1.25 speed, just in case you guys do not know. And let's watch and see what he talks about.
Friends, and welcome. We have some urgent news that are coming from the Kherson Oblast. It seems like Ukrainian army finally crossed the Dnieper River in Antonovsk Bridge area. I have received the information about the case yesterday, but finally today we have the video confirmation about the actual fighting between Ukrainian soldiers and the Russian groups in Oleshki. The video confirmation comes from the Russian side because Ukraine wants to make this operation as secret as possible, but finally we have this video in the media resources. Russia sent the BTR-82 that was fighting.
Okay, so I want to drop in. So it's very interesting how Denys uses the footages, which you guys probably know that I don't, but you also do note that the video is actually not playing, it's actually stills. So this actually just to share, this is actually very important regarding how YouTubers reporting on the Ukraine have to go around the YouTube censorship. Am I a bit too loud? So anyway, let's continue.
Against the Ukrainian forces in that area. Probably we have just infantry over there. This is the Russian BTR and those are the Russian soldiers. The video stops and we don't see the outcome of this battle. I will publish the full information on my Telegram channel. By the way, my friends, we're soon gonna reach 200,000 subscribers on Telegram. It's awesome. I use it as my alternate resource and I constantly publish the latest news on my Telegram page, so you may find it in the video description just below. Again, we have this video, some sort of the boat.
And if you want to follow DPA's Telegram channel, is also in the description below.
It goes from one shore to another, from Ukrainian side to the Russian controlled territory, and you can see probably it is the Ukrainian infantry. They are using the rubber boat.
Wait, I forgot to put another context. I have never ever watched a Denys Davydov video from start to finish. I have never done it. I hardly watch anything Ukraine war, so I only watch History Legend and literally almost nothing else in terms of Ukraine war. So even when I do look at his channel sometimes, I basically scroll through basically just to find out how the hell he got so many views. But I concluded that it's just a pro-Ukrainian thing, and yeah. So this is the first time I'm watching a Denys Davydov video. So just want to add this context.
Boats or simple wooden boats, and they are going somewhere in that area, and probably after it they were attacked by the Russian BTR. Later on, Russia even launched the artillery attack, but there were no any casualties spotted on the video that they provided. If Ukraine continued to send more reinforcements to that area, probably there are some chances that our guys took the part of the other shore. For the obvious reason, Russia will not show you this in their videos. They only show their mighty power, how they fire somewhere, how they use artillery. On the other hand, the Ukrainian army is not willing to publish any videos on internet for now because they want to keep this operation a secret one. According to the latest information, this could be the artillery fire from the Ukrainian side before the landing of Ukrainian forces. Alright, now I'm checking the Russian military bloggers. What do they say from that particular place? They say that around 50 Ukrainian soldiers landed on the other shore near to Antonovsky Bridge. The landing operation is ongoing for 3 consecutive days. Because of the artillery fire from the Ukrainian side, Russian forces got losses and were forced to retreat from the territory near to the river. The Ukrainian side sends more people and more supplies to the territory, even the heavy ammunition is used. The Russian artillery is unable to target precisely the boats of Ukrainian army because they are fast and now the river is narrow. The Ukrainian group started to use the radio interference devices, so we are unable to launch FPV drones or standard drones. Russians say that they requested the aviation support, but their messages went without any reply from command. The battle actions of the Russian army are now impossible because that will cause the response from the Ukrainian artillery, and the enemy is now able to hide in the bridge construction mostly. For the enemy, they say the Ukrainian side, we ask urgently to use the special aviation bombs against the assaulting forces of Ukraine near to Antonovsky Bridge from both of the sides. Well, at least we have some sort of the confirmation about this special operation conducted by Ukrainian forces, and luckily it's ongoing more or less successfully from what I was able to read you. But we also have the good news coming from the other parts of the front lines. For example, near to Robotyne, the Ukrainian army.
So I want to just share so what he was talking about is the Oleshki landing. So Oleshki landing was successful actually. The Ukrainian forces after that captured that area and managed to push southward. So let me show the mapping. So I forgot which day it's June 26th. So I can actually also pull up June 26th mapping. So just wrong date. Let me pull up this June. So this is a June 26th. Whoops. So June 26th. This is June 26th. What we have. So that was Dachi. And then there was another one, Twitch Oleshki, correct. This is Dachi. So this is the landing. In terms of by the time our map in DPA's mapping, we already have gone. We have already updated that the fighting was first at Dachi and then it pushed out from that area. So yeah. So subsequently, what happened is that the Ukrainian forces did indeed push out further much later. So this is actually not significantly interesting. Yeah. How this video, so there's the main landing is actually Krinky was the more interesting thing, but which is actually leading up to what we have. We are looking nowadays, where the Ukrainian forces are still at Krinky. So over at the Dachi area, soon weeks and months later, the Ukrainian forces actually pushed down all the way to the border of Oleshki. So that's actually what happened. And so yeah, that's just the context of what he was talking about. So let's look at the Orikhiv sector.
It moved a little, so it was yesterday, and it is today. We took control over those fields, some of the tree lines, and we are coming closer to Robotyne. It's very important since there's the road that goes all the way to Tokma. As for this region, there are no any changes for today. There were yesterday, and let's go to the Bakhmut area, because there are some of the changes. For example, on the south part near to Kurdimivka, it was yesterday, and it is today quite a big advancement of Ukrainian army. The 3rd Assault Brigade is performing their best job on the south direction from the Bakhmut. Then we'll have Kurdimivka under control. The next step could would be Andriivka, and after it, Opetne. It could be the situation for Klishivka encirclement. And our guys also moved closer to Klishivka itself, and on the north part, we moved as well towards the Bakhmut city. It's a very important part, but still, Ukrainian army is unable to get control over this very important hill, but it will be very soon. So as you can see, we have awesome news coming from the front lines. Yes, it's not that large, big assault as it was last year in Kharkiv region, for example, or in the Kherson, because the Russian army wasn't ready for that. They just run away, and here they were forced to leave the Kherson area. But now they are getting ready, they got ready already, and our job is to push them out little by little. Now it is time for Ukraine to take the ground. President Zelensky confirmed that we have some of the issues with the minefields and with all of those defense lines that Russia created, but nevertheless he said that he's quite optimistic about the future Ukrainian counterattack. He said that it is not the main counterattack, it's the main preparation for the counterattack. The big strike of the Ukrainian army is still to come. According to the
Wait. Main strike of the Ukrainian army is still to come. So anyway, up to that point, I think everything is very reasonable. I would say that there's not a lot of controversial things that I think he say. Everything is actually pretty more or less there. So in terms of on that very day, this is not the wrong map. This one. So it was June maybe 26, 25. So he was talking about the Orikhiv sector. For DPS mapping by them, is indeed more or less the same place the Ukrainian forces have reached north of Robotine, and they are about to reach the first line of defense of the so-called the Surovikin line. So this is the first line of defense, and the Ukrainian forces were attacking during those days, and it was also true that the Ukrainian forces were fighting around towards Klishevka and Kudymivka, Andriivka region, and of course towards Bakivka, and during this. And we clearly see the results after the next few months that Ukrainian forces actually captured Klishevka. They pushed all the way to Andriivka. And however, the entire thing at Bakivka never got past more or less this stage. So this is the maximum extent in the northern flank at the Bakhmut front. But it's interesting to see how someone else actually covers the war a bit differently, a little bit differently. So let's continue. And also it says that this is not the main attack, which I'm quite sure is not the case. It's definitely the main attack. Because if you do not put in the main attack, they can't possibly have pushed that far away.
The Ukrainian intelligence chief Budanov, Russia mined the reactors themselves, 4 out of 6. They also put the big tracks near to those buildings fully loaded with mines. Honestly, I believe Budanov more than the International Atomic Agency, and Zelensky spread this information today with allies. So we urgently need to get the control over this nuclear power plant station. This is the south.
No, they are not. They never did take over the nuclear power plant, and it's nearly impossible to mine the place without the international atomic authorities to actually realize and discover that. And it's kind of silly. I'm quite sure there is minefield somewhere, but not very near to the nuclear power plant itself.
As part of the front lines, Russia gathered 3 of the Grad rocket artillery systems at the same place. The Ukrainian surveillance spotted them, and we used the HIMARS rocket artillery system, or probably it could be the artillery shell, but very powerful. The explosion was a little bit further away from the tracks, and they got damaged. There were 2 of the explosions, and because of the damaged rockets, those Grads started to launch the rockets to some place. Obviously,
I did remember this when it was first reported. So the Grads are all gone due to this one strike. So yeah, this happened
without any sort of the control. I guess Russia is not able to use them any longer. More about the Russian losses, and here we're going to speak about yesterday's event, about the failed attempt of Prigozhin to take power in Russia, or what he wanted really. So this is the Ural of the Wagner army. There are some of the battles, some of the supplies. As you can see, it was just demolished by the helicopter strike. One more vehicle was destroyed by the helicopter, but that vehicle was just a pickup with a turret, so nothing special. This one is really big supply Ural. But the Russian...
Wait. This is reported by Russian agency. So yeah, maybe who knows? what it is.
Was
I never
destroyed
seen this
by the
before.
helicopter, but that vehicle was just a pickup with a turret, so nothing special. This one is really big supply Ural. But the Russian regular army also got losses. Yesterday I told you about the 5 helicopters and one of the Illusion 18 airplane. Well, it's been confirmed that Illusion 22 was shot down. We have even the photo confirmation and video from the place. Probably you'll see the remains. Here you can clearly see the turboprop engines. Illusion 22 is the modification of Illusion 18. That's why the information was coming about the Illusion 18. The 22 modification has the surveillance equipment, and also it is the command spot for the Russian generals. It was confirmed that 10 crew members were on board, and I think that there could be some of the Russian generals, because this airplane is not the ordinary one. This is the tail, you can clearly see it's not the BBC, it's VVS. The Russian letters have different spelling, so it's the Air Force of the Russian Federation. Even though those airplanes are really old, but Russian Air Force have them in their fleet. Also, United States Army has the very old airplanes, especially surveillance airplanes, in their fleet. Even my grandpa was flying Illusion 18 and also Antonov 12. The Institute of the War Researchers said that probably Prigozhin wanted to secure his life and the Wagner army because he was pressed a lot from Shoigu and Gerasimov. He tried to contact Putin directly, but all of his attempts were blocked. That's why he started his military parade, but Putin supported Shoigu and Gerasimov. Prigozhin understood that he has little chances to succeed, and really he doesn't want to get rid of Putin. They were together for such a long time, and now Prigozhin just flushed himself and also the Wagner army, and now he will be in Belarus. For how long, no one knows. By the way, there is no contact with Prigozhin any longer since he left Rostov. As you know, Wagner took control over the military airfield in Rostov, and they robbed.
So for those who do not know what's the context, I believe this is the time where it's after the Wagner coup, and then the entire Wagner was actually ejected to Belarus. So yeah, this so far so boring, because I expected the highest viewed video to be a lot more interesting, but okay, let's watch.
The Russian pilots. They took their belongings and left the airfield, but also they left some of the ammunition. Shoigu, where is the ammunition? The State Secretary Blinken today said that Putin will respond for many things in nearby weeks and months. He also said that the situation in Russia with this military coup is still in development state. So probably he knows more than we do. One of the British generals said that Prigozhin will probably try to get Kiev from the Belarus territory. Honestly, I don't think that this version is possible. Kiev is not the Moscow. We keep lots of our forces on the north part of Kiev. Now Wagners are mostly demilitarized with the...
So I want to pull back a bit because I think I kind of missed what he say. So I put on the closed caption and see to re-listen because it's a bit confusing for me.
He also said that the situation in Russia with this military coup is still in development state. So probably he knows more than we do. One of the British generals said that Prigozhin will probably try to get Kiev from the Belarus territory. Honestly, I don't think that this version is possible. Kiev is not the Moscow. We keep lots of our forces on the north part of Kiev. Now Wagners are mostly demilitarized with the action of their leader, so they will for sure do not conduct this operation. It would be...
So during those days, there is indeed a lot of rumors about the Wagner deployment into Belarus is actually a cover for them to actually invade from the north. But I did argue that the point that... So his point is actually that the north is actually very defended, unlike Moscow, which is true because Moscow is not a war zone. But he said that because the Wagner forces are demoralized. I don't think that's the reality. It's more like the number of forces that Wagner have actually is not sufficient to actually conduct a major operation. You can't just use, let's say, 30,000 troops alone, and that's on the high side for Wagner to just go straight for Kiev. You're gonna fail. So you're gonna get stuck at the border. So yeah, but no, we concur. No, we concur. I concur with Denys that no, it wouldn't happen, and it actually did not happen as well.
It's just a suicide mission for Wagner. Probably you remember those guys from one of my videos. They supported Prigozhin and they say that they are joining the Wagner army in their attempt to get control over the Moscow parliament or something. Now they're very disappointed and angry, and many people actually in Russia like that. According to some leaks from the Kremlin, Shoigu will finally resign and his place will be taken by Dumin. Dumin is the ex-security manager of Putin.
Wait. Did not happen. Shoigu is still Shoiguing around, so that did not happen.
Now he's the governor of Tula Oblast, so very loyal figure for Putin. Plus, according to the leaks, he met yesterday with Prigozhin personally, and they finally discussed the deal. The Wagner-affiliated Telegram channels posted this picture, "Plans needs silence." So they say that there is some sort of the plan from Prigozhin. Well, we'll see it in the nearby future. Yesterday,
there's no plan. There is no plan. There is no plan. So now we have the benefit of hindsight. There's no plan. The plan was just to get stuck in Belarus, then Prigozhin go around the world, and then he got shot down over Russia.
American journalists asked Prigozhin in Rostov what is the result of his march. Prigozhin said that everything is good, we refreshed everyone. I guess our guys finally uncovered the plan of Prigozhin. He went to Ukraine to prepare for the massive attack on Moscow again. At least he was spotted on one of the benches in Kiev. The CNN resource says that Prigozhin will lose his life because of his attempted military coup, plus Wagner will be just dismissed as the private army and will be integrated into the Russian army. Well, we'll see how it happens in the future. The British intelligence reports that the assault actions of Ukrainian army intensified a lot during the recent 3 days. They're speaking about the gradual but steady tactical progress in key areas. Ukraine signed the agreement with Germany to obtain 45 more Gepard air defense tanks till the end of this year. The main problem for this air defense vehicle was the ammunition. Well, the ammunition for this machine is produced in Switzerland. Switzerland is the neutral country. However, probably it will supply ammunition to Germany and Germany will supply it to Ukraine if the Swiss parliament will vote for it. Nevertheless, Germany also started the production of the ammunition for the Gepard tank massively. As you can see, there are two way outs for this problem. That is why we can obtain many more of those vehicles in Ukrainian army, because they are very effective against the Shahid drones or helicopters or any...
Wait. Firstly, we almost never see the Gepard in action. Secondly, how do you know that this is going to be very effective against the Gepard? I don't know, because it was never tested before. So yeah, that is just a guesswork. But I can understand because it's an anti-aircraft tank. So
any kind of the low-flying air machines. Alright, probably my final word about the failed attempted military coup in Russia. The Russian government, the Russian president, the Russian system doesn't work. You may destroy Russian helicopters, airplanes. By the way, it's the biggest loss of the Russian aviation since the Second World War per single day. 15 crew members confirmed to lose their life because of this failed attempt of the military coup. In the morning, Putin says that they will deal with rebels. They betrayed Russia. They betrayed himself. At the evening...
Wait. Ukraine have never shut down more in a single day during this war? Okay, so yeah, he's talking about Putin now. Talking about Putin
betraying. Free to go as well
betray.
as many of the Wagner soldiers. At the same time, if some Russian says something about the Russian Defense Ministry, Russian army, they may get many years in prison. The law is not working, the system is not working. Putin is out of control of his army. By the way, we haven't seen Shoigu for recent 2 days.
And we can also confirm that this is not true. The war is still ongoing really well. This is in June 26. You can see, and clearly Putin is still in control. He's getting more and more cocky by the moment, and Shoigu is still around, and yeah. So this is just his personal opinion based on whatever is happening. It is true that during those days things looks really bad, but what he missed was that the coup was expected to have a bigger resonance with the civilian and the military population in Russia, but the result was that no one supported the coup. No one supported the Wagner march to Moscow. None of the military actually flipped and turned against Putin. In fact, the unity of the people and the military behind Putin is so strong that it basically shocks most of the observers that really know what they're talking about. And it also probably surprised Prigozhin by a lot, because Prigozhin is becoming this cult figure. He's very popular in Russia, and for the military coup to have zero military units turning against, pointing the guns the other way around and support his march to Moscow, that was actually very, very surprising. It surprised even myself. So that the main point of the coup is it shows the unity of the Russian people behind Putin, and I think this is something that I think Denys have missed.
Now even Prigozhin disappeared. This system in Russia cannot work for a very long time. This was the first call for the collapse of the nowadays Russian Empire. And Ukraine, as you can see, plays a great historical role in that. So what happened in Russia yesterday is actually a very positive sign for us, and maybe even positive sign for Russians. Because after all, really, they don't need this empire. It's their prison. And now, please press the like to this video. Also, if you want to support my job, there are some links.
So, this is a very pro-Ukrainian kind of mentality and thinking, feeling that Russia is some kind of prison, Russia have no freedom, Russia is an empire, and it's better that the system breaks. So the Ukraine is worse. So I just want to put it easier. Ukraine and Russia is basically very similar country. The only difference is that one is nuclear power and much bigger and have a Putin. Ukraine don't, and Ukraine basically collapsed over Western influence operations, and then they went into this war believing that they can get NATO support, which didn't come. And it's very interesting, just half a year later today we can actually see how strong the Russians has become, and how the military situation turned around, because during these days the Ukrainians were still conducting their offensive operation. It was quite struggling. It was stuttering a lot. Then Prigozhin went on this march up to Moscow, and I didn't really do much in that sense. And if you want to support his work,
just below, you may support
in his
me on
description,
Patreon, PayPal, or on sponsorship.
But if you want to support my work, is in description below here.
On this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your help and for your awesome support. My friends, I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are, and have a great time.
So this is Denys Davydov
from the Here's Some
most popular video. This is the highest viewed video in his channel, and it was underwhelming because I was expecting more interesting, more exciting stuff, because I never watched any of his videos before. This is the first time I watched the whole thing. I'm sorry for this deflated Christmas present, but it is what it is. Let me know in the comments if you have any specific episode that you may want me to review from Denys Davydov. I will go and watch it, because I can't possibly go through all his videos and to find out what is the nicest or most interesting video to watch. And I don't want to watch the latest videos. So the reason is this: it's just professionalism and the respect of the colleague who are also working on the same thing. So it would be very I would say disrespectful if I watch his latest video and I criticize his analysis or his appreciation of the front line. I think that would be wrong. Ultimately, he didn't do the mapping. He basically used deep state US mapping. So I also use deep state US mapping, but not exclusively. I also use other sources of mapping to come up with what is the most likely front line, not just trust deep state on their words. So so that's definitely going to be differences in terms of frontline changes and whatnot. And you can clearly also see that Denys Davydov reporting is quite different from DPA's, because in the war reporting, I focus on the war. I don't talk about the geopolitics. I don't talk about all the other things. I don't talk much about it. For those, I will do separate videos. So which means that for Denys, his job, he in his work, in his production of the video, he actually spend more time on production of the video, and then put in all the different footages and everything to make the video very varied and interesting. This is actually the same formula reporting from Ukraine have copied, if I'm not wrong. So reporting from Ukraine is his direct competitor. I'm not his competitor at all. I don't very few pro-Ukrainian viewers like to watch a DPA. Because it's very demoralizing. Listen to me. So it is what it is. And so kudos to Denys. Glad he is safe and not conscripted, and So, and I hope that he will continue to stay safe and continue to earn good money through his reporting, and yeah, and can retire. I think by now he should be able to retire because he got so many views. Then yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching. Do press the like button, subscribe. Like I said, do let me know who which video of Denys I should review that is actually you think is more interesting, and also, of course, you can also suggest what other channels that I should review or what other videos I should review, which is interesting. No, don't give me boring videos. No, interesting ones. And moving forward, we can actually do more of these kind of review videos on top of all the other geopolitical reporting, analysis, and news reporting. So Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, again, I want to say sorry for the boring video. Is his fault. It's his fault. Why the video is like so like dull. Yeah, I was expecting more exciting stuff. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next update.